This is the view of Monticello that everyone knows. For those of you who don't, it's on the back of the Jefferson nickel. Started in 1939 up to present date. Now we just finished the tour of the inside of the house. There you come up to the first room, which is the exhibit room. It's got everything from Indian artifacts to animal skins to mastodon stuff. Then you walk through and go into the next room, which is the family room with pictures of the two Jefferson daughters, and a small fireplace, small room. You go to the next room, which is a library. The library has the number of books as normal. It has scientific instruments, and it's fairly small. Now, Jefferson donated most of his library, didn't donate, he sold most of his library to the Congress after the War of 1812. Then you continue going through, you see the bust in the next room of Adams, and you keep on, and scientific equipment in there. You go into the next room, which is his bedroom, and his bedroom is a little alcove. And up above his bedroom, there's a door that goes up to the closet upstairs, and there's 3 little portholes to let light in. Then you go down to the next room is the dining room. And in the dining room, there's a lot of beautiful stuff. There's a folding table that at the edge. There's also a lot of antique furniture in there, and 2 dumbwaiters for wine. And from that, you would go look over and you would see in the next room, which is adjacent to the dining room, the more bust of presidents and figures and of Washington and not Jefferson because he was there already, but of Ben Franklin and Madison. And then you would go to the last room through a very narrow hallway, which is what they call the Madison room, where he and Dolly would be frequent guests of the Jeffersons, and they had their own private bedroom. Upstairs, I don't know, but they say that it's very narrow staircases up there. We did not take that tour. Thank you. Where we're at now is part of the garden that Jefferson would have had in the early 1800s. And he planted a number of different varieties of fruits and vegetables. And you can see, I understand that he planted 40 varieties of peas. And I didn't know there was that many varieties of peas. Now then, he needed this because of the number of guests that he had, because there were constant guests coming up after the house was built when he got out of office as president. So I'm going to keep walking around and I will be more to you. This is a reproduction forge and ironworks building on the farm. I will now go inside to show you what was inside. Here you have some of the tools that are in here. Instructions for how to make a nail. And up here is instructions for how to make a tin cup. Here is the furnace. And here is the bellows for the furnace, as it states on the thing. There's a handle for to pump the bellows. And as you see, this one has a brick floor. There is a small anvil. We are now at the Smokehouse Dairy. I'm going to try to get you something that you can read. And I'll move over. There was where the foundations for the smokehouse and dairy are. You can see the small outline of stones right behind the sign, and it goes up to the bale of hay and then down, right next to the fire forge and stuff.